Hey everyone, this is Dylan, and today I'm going to be doing another installment in my Masters of Horror Season 1 series, and the episode I'm going to be doing today is Sick Girl. This episode aired on January 13th, 2006, so that means it's celebrating its 15th anniversary this year. It was directed by Lucky McKee, and it stars Aaron Brown as Misty Falls, Angela Bettis as Ida Teeter, and Mike McKee as Professor Malcolm Wolfe. And so let's get into what this is about. We start off meeting Ida, and she works at a natural history museum in the department that works with bugs, and we find out that she is a lesbian and she can't find a date because a lot of people are very weirded out by her bug collection because she has a ton of bugs at her apartment. Kind of freak all the women that she is seeing out, so she has a lot of trouble. So her coworker kind of pushes her to try to go on a date with this girl from the lobby, and this girl in the lobby sketches in the lobby every single day, and her hair is always covering her face. And so Ida gets the courage up to ask her to go on a date. And so we see Ida go home, and while she's at home, she has a package at her front door, and she opens it up, and it turns out that it is a weird bug, and it's almost kind of like if you've seen praying mantises, and a lot of some of them kind of have leaves. They look like leaves to camouflage themselves. It kind of looked like that, but it was at least the size of maybe a hedgehog or something like that, and she didn't know what it was, and her coworker didn't know what it was either. And so she puts it in this container, which the container looked very small for the size of this bug, and doesn't really do anything. She goes to work, and then she goes on her date, and we find out that the bug has escaped the container. Her and Misty decide to come back to Ida's apartment and watch a movie. The bug secretly bites Misty, and she's kind of freaked out a little bit, but doesn't really think too much of it. And then we see the progression of this relationship and how Misty starts really acting very strange and starts getting goo coming from her ear because that's where she got bit, and her personality changes and things like that. So that's where I'm going to leave the synopsis, and let's get into the things that I liked and didn't like about this movie. So the first thing that I liked was the relationship between Ida and Misty, and then also the relationship between Ida and her coworker, at least most of it. So, and it's mostly at the beginning of the episode. It's just very sweet, and I really like how the coworker is very encouraging of Ida. I really like the cute little relationship between Misty and Ida at the beginning of this episode. I thought it was really nice. There's a transformation at the end of this episode, and I thought that the transformation looked really cool, and I really liked it. I thought that the prosthetic effects and special effects on it were really nice. So now let's get into the things that I did not like about this episode. I think that there are some issues with the portrayal of lesbians in this. I don't know why they couldn't be normal. The two lesbian characters in this couldn't be normal. We know Ida is kind of a little weird, kind of reminiscent of May, but not as May, which is Lucky McKee's other movie, but not as bad as May, but it's kind of close. And you can tell Angela Bettis is doing a deeper voice and making her voice deeper, which I didn't really appreciate that. I'm assuming she was trying to be more more masculine, and I don't understand why. We also have Misty, who is kind of weird in and of herself. Also, I didn't like how the coworker, this was the thing about the coworker I didn't like, was that the coworker wanted Ida to tell him what had happened between her and Misty, so then he could pleasure himself to it. It's a really poor and outdated view, so stuff like that I did not like. Oh, I also didn't like the bug vision that we get in this movie. There's certain times where we get the vision of this bug, and I just didn't like it. And we find out that the bug had went missing for, I don't know how long it went missing for, because the timeline on this episode is a little weird, but it was in the pillow the entire time. I'm like, I move my pillow so much. How do you not notice that there's a freaking bug in your pillow if you feel something hard in it? And it's not like a small bug either. It's a pretty big bug. And it's like, I don't understand. So I didn't like the logic behind that. Now that we heard what I had to say about this episode, let's talk about what other people had to say about this episode. On Letterboxd as a 3.1 out of 5, and on IMDb as a 6.4 out of 10. I ended up giving this a 3.5 out of 5. I enjoyed it, but there were a lot of issues that I had with it, so kind of balanced it out. I did like the ending, so I kind of raised it up a little bit because of that, because otherwise it would have been like a 3. I do think that Angela Bettis's performance in this, I don't know, because she is kind of similar to May, and I don't know if that's how she is, because I haven't really seen a whole lot of her work as an actress, but she's really giving me Emily Hampshire vibes, who is from Schitt's Creek, and so I really did think that was kind of interesting. But that is it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of Sick Girl, whether you liked it or you didn't like it, and why. And remember, if you're not already subscribed and you'd like to be, please hit that subscribe button down below and give this video a like if you liked it. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great day. Bye.